Hello and welcome back to SF Giants Recap. In today's video, I'll be going over the Giants versus the Angels today in spring training. The Giants, they did get the win 9-6, and so that's what we're going to go over. Make sure to subscribe and like if you do end up enjoying. And so the player of the game today is Thairo Estrada. He had 3 hits, 3 runs scored, and 2 RBIs, and he's been playing really well this spring. He had a double in the second, scoring 2 runs. And he's been playing overall really well, hitting the ball, line drives in the air, getting a lot of just solid, hard hit contact. Wilmer Flores, he had 2 hits and an RBI. He's looking really good. Will Wilson, he had a home run today. And then Casey Schmidt, he also had a ground rule double. And so overall, the offense, it was on. J.D. Davis, he had 3 hits today, scored 2 runs. I think J.D. Davis is a guy who kind of has streaks and stuff. Goes from striking out 4 times in a game to getting 4 hits in a game. So I think he's kind of an off and on guy, and so we'll kind of see how the season will go for him. Jock Peterson, he got a single. This was one of the first games coming back from the World Baseball Classic where he played with Israel. He's starting to do well. And for the pitching side, though, Logan Webb, he allowed 4 runs and 6 hits, getting 6 strikeouts, though. But the 4 runs, you really want to limit that. It was really later in the part of when he was pitching. He was started out really well, only allowed like 1 or 2 runs at first. And then that last, in that 4th inning, he kind of struggled. And so if he can just kind of keep working his way up to being dominant for longer and longer in the game, then I think he can be the ace of the Giants, and he already is, but just you want to see him doing better and better. John Brebbia, he had a really good inning, going 1 inning, no hits, no runs, getting 1 strikeout. Tyler Rogers, similar things. He walked a guy and allowed a hit, but got 2 strikeouts with no runs, and so that's good to see from Tyler Rogers, who is a very shaky pitcher. To see him go a clean inning today, that's good to see. And then Cade McClure, the Giants' younger pitcher, he went 2 innings, getting 2 strikeouts and no hits. So the later part of the pitching was very good. Just Logan Webb with 4 runs, and then Myrick with 2 runs. So overall, though, Giants, they got the win. A really clean game. Thairo Estrada, he got a stolen base. Brett Arwak, he got a stolen base. Blake Sable, he got a stolen base, and J.D. Davis. So a lot of stolen bases this spring, and especially today. The Giants, they've been doing really well on the base pass, and we may see this come up in the regular season. I mean, last year they did run a lot in spring training, and we didn't really see it in the regular season. But with the bigger bases and the new rules, they could really try it out, and so I think that could be a weapon for us. Later in the video, I do have the full interview with Sergio Romo on coming back with the Giants, because he'll be pitching in the Expedition game against the A's, and so we'll see him and we'll see all that. So make sure to subscribe and like if you do end up enjoying, and I'll see you next time for a new SF Giants recap video.
Hey, we've got the new guy in camp, although not a new guy in this organization, and that's Sergio Romo. This is foul back. So Sergio, you know what?
Yeah?
I saw you the other day, and I've never seen you happier.
I think that's not entirely true.
No? Okay. All right.
How do you really feel then?
Feeling pretty good, you know. Getting the old ice treatment right now by the tallest man I've ever met in my life, Mr. Jelly over here. No, I feel really good. Feeling extremely blessed right now. There's certain things that keep coming my way, and it's this opportunity to close the door where I began, and it's extremely humbling, so I'm thankful for it.
Yeah, I mean, every time we saw you in a different uniform, it was always odd for us to see you in a different uniform, and that's why I think for us it's so great to see you in a Giants uniform. I mean, that's where it started, right?
I agree. You know, seeing some old friends and, you know, friends and teammates, coaches, and staff workers that we were a part of some really cool things. You know, it's been quite the ride.
But are you starting to play catch a little bit?
Oh, yeah. I'm not trying to do any kind of sponsorships or any of that, but we've been whipping out the can of WD-40. Yeah, it's not that I've been too far away, away from my playing days, actual like trying to compete at my best and preparing to be my best. I played as soon as last September is the last time I got in a game, but I didn't do anything this offseason, playing-wise. The only type of throwing I did was with my sons, preparing them for their little leagues and their high school seasons. And trust me, I was not throwing the ball. I was flipping the ball back.
Well, let me ask you this. Would I be wrong if I said you could roll out of bed and throw a slider?
I mean, you're not too far off when you say that. I've experimented the last couple of days, flipping a couple in there, and proud to say that it's still a hard left. Start here and end up way over here. So it's still in there. It's just may not come in as hot as it used to.
Yeah. Well,
Serge, so you knew going into this past off season you were done. You were calling it quits.
I had a feeling, I really did say that there was a couple things that would keep me from not fully hanging them up, and it would be an invitation to be here donning the orange and black, and an opportunity to represent Mexico in the WBC. And once that didn't come to fruition, that didn't come to be.
well, look, I'm assuming it's just fun to be back in the clubhouse more than
Yes, sir.
anything.
Yes, sir. Very proud of the opportunity, that, just to walk into the clubhouse is the first time I get to see the new establishment, the new buildings and stuff, and then to see my name and to see my name with Locker as a Giant, that it means a lot. It really does.
Well, we love you, brother.
Serge, good to see you, man.
Yep.
Love you guys too, man. Thank you.